What are you doing? What are you doing? You are in the middle of a multi-million-dollar lawsuit with many people that you were involved in, that you had admitted to, with you and your dumbass friends. What are you doing? Why aren't you laying low?
Going up.
And we are the Astro Boys, and we too love going out on a Monday night and kicking it and clubbing it in America's pub. Am I right, fellas? Knocking out photographers and
I like to invite the photographer there under the guise that we're just going to do a nice interview, and then I like to sucker punch them.
So I guess they got into it earlier in the night, and he called him back. Is that what the deal is?
I didn't hear that. So I didn't hear that they got into it, right? The only thing that I heard is that he was invited there by Rashee Rice, that he was going to do an interview with him there. And when the guy showed up, he ended up showing him something on the Instagram, and he told him to look down at this phone, right? And if I'm getting part of this wrong, you guys, go for it in the comments. But he told him to look down at the phone, and when he looked down at the phone, that's when he punched him.
Okay, so let's go ahead and recap. Story comes out that our very own Chiefs wide receiver, Super Bowl champ, down there in Dallas, Texas, right? Dallas?
Yep.
Okay.
Dallas, Texas.
He's out clubbing. I think it's Sunday night into Monday morning, Monday night maybe.
I think it was Sunday night into Monday.
At a place called Club Lit.
Ooh.
Not literature. I'm assuming it's not like a reading club. Okay? Club Lit on a Monday night, and allegedly
Monday morning.
Monday morning, Sunday night, yeah. So allegedly got into some kind of confrontation with the photographer. Assaulted him. Okay. Days later, another story comes out saying that there was witnesses that said no, there was no altercation. It was pretty peaceful, and they just kind of just verbally got into it, and then that was it. Okay. So, and then I heard that the photographer didn't want to file charges. Now, forward it once again, like yesterday, day before, a couple of days later after that second story, it does come out that the photographer came out and he's showing his face. It's swollen. He did make a police report. So if you make a police report, then sounds like you're going to file some charges. Okay. So that's where we're at now. Now there's just, this is all alleged. Okay. Now there's rumors out there that, he just, that he punched the guy. Supposedly the photographer actually works for the club and goes around taking pictures. I guess Rashee Rice invited him over and said, hey, I want to show you something on my phone. So photographer looks down like, okay. And then Rashee Rice sucker punches him.
So, yeah. So what, does anybody know why he's mad at this? What has happened? Why did he punch him? Was he like, this guy was...
Is there any other story on that and why there was an altercation?
I didn't really dig in. It sounded like you was following it better than
myself. That's pretty
much
what Walter says, pretty much what I've heard too. But like, I don't hear, like, why did he... why did he call him back? I heard he called him back.
The question is why? And then, is it because you shouldn't be taking my picture, but the guy worked for the club? I mean, what do you... Okay.
Yeah. So the man told police he believed Rice wanted to hire him to take photos. Okay, so not the interview. I take that back. It was a photo op, and he just said when he arrived at the club, Rice allegedly told the victim to look at his phone. When he did, Rice punched him on the left side of his face. That's the only information that's out there right now. There's no prelude to what led up to it.
Something has. I mean, obviously, there's more story. There's more story to that, but
even if whatever side of the stories you've heard, what are you doing? What are you doing? You are in the middle of a multi-million-dollar lawsuit with many people that you were involved in, that you had admitted to, with you and your dumbass friends. What are you doing? Why aren't you laying low like I fucked up?
Right.
I'm not saying you don't have a right. You're 25 years old and you're a millionaire. You have a right to go ahead and go out. I get that. But what are you doing?
Well, here's the other thing. He's on a rookie contract right now. So he was on the cusp of, if he kept the trajectory up, this guy was going to get paid.
Oh, yeah.
And now, dude, he's going to have to come in and do something fucking miraculous this season and the next couple seasons, if he stays here or wherever he goes, to get paid anything decent, in my opinion, because otherwise he just looks like he's a he's a problem right now.
Right. And so actually he's on bond right now for 8 felonies, right?
I
Yes.
guess.
So
Yes.
this new incident could actually revoke that bond, correct?
Sure.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just gonna. You sound confident when you say it. So I'm gonna.
I mean, that
I
would
see,
make
what, I see what
sure.
you're saying. You're out on bond as a promise is like, okay, I'm going to come back to court and everything.
and I'm
okay,
going to behave myself
yeah, I'm
while
going to
I'm out
behave
here.
myself. Yeah, I'm out on bond. Pretty much on probation or parole or whatever. And then you want to go and slap people around again. I don't know. I don't know the kid. I don't know if he was a diva. I don't know if he's a good guy. I don't know anything about him. But so far, I told you guys, the way I saw him get out of that vehicle and him and his selfish ass friends just took off, I guarantee you they were drunk or high.
Oh,
as
they
fuck.
were-
yeah,
probably
it was
both.
something.
Probably both.
Yeah. So I didn't want to. I don't know.
Probably on that cocaine.
And I get it. You're 25 years old. I made all kinds of mistakes, man, at that age, but I didn't have millions of dollars to cover for.
Right. So, like, say, like when we went out when we were younger and did something stupid, no one knew because
Yeah.
no one cared who we were.
And look what happened.
Yeah.
But
Now all of a sudden,
people know who he is.
Oh man.
now they know who he is.
If people knew who we were.
Now, as a matter of fact, the owner came forward. He's like, "No, they were only there for like 30 minutes. They didn't order any alcohol. He was in the VIP section, and it looks like they were friendly. I mean, I didn't know the guy. I didn't know who he was until like later on. So even the owner didn't know who he was. But being there 30 minutes and then punching the guy allegedly, I just don't know. Look what happened. Just like Kareem Hunt. So once you get yourself into trouble like that, now all of a sudden the past starts sneaking up on you. Now there's another story about what SMU or something that he was
Yeah, he was
involved in some kind of drive-by shooting or something.
I didn't know
Yeah.
what it was, but I heard that there's some incidents from the past from SMU.
There was a
popping
basketball
up.
player that he confronted that was possibly dating the girlfriend that he was dating at that time. And then there was some kind of, I don't know. I started turning the radio down when I was driving up to a location that I was going to, but some kind of drive-by shoot. I don't know. So as you can see now, people are coming forward like, dude, he's always been an asshole. Look, I have a story for you too. And then now all these stories, it's not going to do much as far as his suspension goes and his fines, whatever, because of that incident, whatever, because I'm sure that happened. Yeah, I don't know how long.
Well, I don't
ago.
think-
A long time ago.
No,
Right.
none of those will, but now he has 2 incidents right next to each other. That's probably gonna make his. I think there's no way he don't get 8 games. I think 8 games is the bottom.
Yeah. And I don't think they're gonna lump. Well, I guess they could, right? They could lump in like both situations and be like, look,
Yeah. No. It's gonna make it even longer since there's another situation.
But does the NFL has a tendency to go ahead and suspend somebody, or do they actually wait until the outcome of the
No,
law?
The NFL does not care about what the outcome is. Like, you made the league look bad, you're getting punished for this.
But there's other stories out there saying that, and I had already seen this, that the NFL said that they were going to wait until the legal proceedings play out before
Did
they act.
Okay.
And then so that led some people to say that, hey, there's a chance that
He could play the entire season.
he could possibly play the entire season, and then the suspension wouldn't come until last year or next year, just depending on how long this drags out in court.
I heard that too, that it might drag out to next year.
But I'm more on your side. I think especially now with the second situation, I don't think the league waits. I think that they feel like they have to take action, and they're probably going to do it. And I see it being 8 games. So
Yeah. No, there's smoke, there's fire.
Whatever you do, if you want any of my advice, Mr. Rice, do not lie to the Hunts. Do not lie to the Hunt family.
Or
If
the
they
Clarks.
ask you, the Clarks. If they ask you specifically, you better give the details. I don't care if you have your lawyer with you or not. You better not lie to him. Ask Kareem Hunt how he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, first off, I just want to